Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stewart Jr. And today we're taking a fascinating journey through the history of money, from the early days of bartering to the amazing world of cryptocurrencies. If you're ready to hop on this ride with us, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more cool stuff. The concept of money, when you think about it, is entirely arbitrary. Whether it's a sleek credit card or a crisp $100 bill, money only holds value because we, as a society, assign value to it. As we delve into the annals of history, we discover that trade has been the cornerstone of human civilization, dating back to ancient societies such as Egypt, China, India, Sumer, and many others. Before the rise of civilization in Mesopotamia, life was a solitary or tribal endeavor, with the survival of the fittest being the rule of the day. It wasn't until humans realized the power of collaboration, bringing together groups of individuals with diverse talents and abilities, that they were able to break free from the isolation and monotony of primitive times. This concept of specialization is still prevalent in our society today, where every link in the manufacturing and service industry chain performs a specialized task contributing to the greater whole. The Mesopotamians, who pioneered the creation of the first known cities, were instrumental in this revelation. However, tracing the history of money can be challenging, often relying on conjecture and logical inference. The earliest form of trade was quite rudimentary, based on the intrinsic value of goods themselves. In essence, valuable goods were the currency. The value of these goods was determined by their practical use, not by arbitrary assignments. This system, known as the barter system, persisted for a significant period. People exchanged essentials like salt, wheat, and rice for other commodities such as utensils, metals, and weapons, effectively connecting agriculture with commerce. Yet, the barter system had its flaws, primarily the absence of standardized valuation methods, making even simple transactions time-consuming. The transition to currency systems is not well documented due to the scarcity of ancient records. The earliest records of currency systems date back around 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, where ledgers were meticulously kept. The concept of assigning specific values to tokens gradually gained traction over time. Surprisingly, currencies took various forms, including clay tokens found in Babylon, Egypt, China, and India, as well as items like animal skins, weapons, and salt. It wasn't until around 2000 BCE that metals, such as silver, began to be used as money in Babylon, albeit without certified coinage. The emergence of standardized metal coinage came in different parts of the world around the 7th century BCE. For instance, the oldest known minting site for standardized metal coinage was discovered in Guangzhou, Henan province, dating back to approximately 640 BCE. Coins also made their appearance in India and Asia Minor during this era. Standardized currency significantly contributed to the prosperity of regions like Lydia, where an official currency was minted by Aliates around 600 BCE, ultimately making Lydia one of the wealthiest empires in its vicinity. The transition from a barter-based system to a monetary system was also facilitated by the increase in trade, as people began exchanging a wide range of commodities. The availability of metals like silver, copper, and gold made them ideal choices for coins. Their composition was easily verifiable by trained individuals, and over time, gold and silver coins became widely used in Europe for centuries. Some Eurasian languages even use the terms money and silver interchangeably. However, this system had its drawbacks, including coin manipulation techniques and varying exchange rates in different regions due to fluctuations in the supply of metals. The lack of standards posed challenges when transporting coins across different regions. In Europe, a significant shift occurred during the Middle Ages when coins transitioned from being units of weight to units of value. The Islamic Golden Age introduced modern economic concepts like checks, transactional and savings accounts, exchange rates, and more. Mediterranean trade also used bills of exchange, a precursor to credit, to reduce the risk of robbery during travel. Innovations in the 12th century brought about the use of tally sticks in England as a form of exchange. Meanwhile, China was already printing paper bills known as jiaozi during the Song dynasty in the 11th century CE, and merchant receipts in the Tang dynasty predated this development. Representative money began appearing in different parts of the world from the 14th century onwards, such as imperial currencies in the Indian subcontinent like the rupee and taka. It was during this period that an interesting transition occurred, bridging the gap between barter and modern currency. Before the advent of banks as we know them today, kings and rulers often played a significant role in backing money. They issued IOUs, essentially promissory notes, which carried intrinsic worth because they represented a commitment from the ruling authority to honor their value. These royal IOUs circulated as a form of currency as people trusted in the credibility and stability of the ruling authority. This practice offered a more convenient way to conduct transactions compared to carrying heavy metal coins. These notes were a crucial precursor to modern paper money, illustrating our ongoing quest for efficient and reliable methods of trade and commerce. As Europeans explored new routes in the High and Late Middle Ages, they adopted these practices from abroad and regulated their currencies over time. European banknotes were issued in the 17th century, eventually spreading to other parts of the world. Even in America, banknotes remained in use until the 19th century, with the promise of exchange for gold or silver. In the United States, before the American Revolution, banks in the American colonies and early United States issued their own banknotes, which were essentially promises to pay, backed by the assets and reserves of individual banks. The value of these notes depended on the financial health and reputation of the issuing bank, creating a decentralized system with inconsistent acceptance by other banks and merchants. After the American Revolution, there was a need for a more unified and stable currency. The US government introduced the US dollar as a common currency, aiming to provide stability and consistency. Key figures like Alexander Hamilton played a pivotal role in shaping the early American financial system and establishing institutions like the First Bank of the United States. Additionally, the gold standard was adopted, pegging the value of the US dollar to a specific quantity of gold, providing stability throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries. In the 1970s, the Nixon shock marked a significant turning point when the US abandoned the gold standard, allowing the value of the dollar to be determined by the market. This led to the rise of credit and debit cards, which gained widespread adoption in the 21st century, transforming the way we conduct transactions. Today, we stand at the forefront of another revolution in commerce and finance, with digital currencies and mobile payments becoming increasingly prevalent. Services like Google Pay and Apple Pay are emblematic of this shift, and most transactions worldwide are now conducted digitally. The most recent development in this evolutionary journey is the advent of cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin leading the charge as the first digital cash. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin offer a secure and decentralized method of conducting transactions, thanks to the revolutionary technology known as blockchain. This technology ensures that records are tamper-proof and decentralized, eliminating the need for central control. In conclusion, from trading chickens for building materials to tapping our devices for digital transactions, the concept of money has come a long way. While our needs may not be vastly different from our ancestors, the form of our economic systems has undergone dramatic transformations. As long as money exists, it will continue to evolve, shaping the course of human history. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening exploration of the evolution of money. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. This has been Stewart Jr. Be outstanding.